From the heart of Wayne County, this is Wayne Goldsboro Television, Goldsboro, North Carolina. Today is Monday. It's July 11th, 2016, and this is Wayne Goldsboro Television. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Pat Garner, and we are at the Veterans Memorial.
At the corner of, where are we? William and Walnut Street, right? The Veterans Memorial here in Goldsboro. And as you move closer to us, you can see that we're standing outside amongst the trees, and we're next to a lovely monument here. But it is indeed the 11th of the month of July. We're quickly working our way toward the middle of the month. A quick reminder as well that this Thursday, everybody's going to be at the new groundbreaking at the corner of New Hope Road and Wayne Memorial Drive, or better make that Wayne Memorial Drive and New Hope Road. We'll be at the corner. Breaking ground for the brand new Maxwell Regional Agricultural and Convention Center. That comes up this Thursday. We're going to be breaking ground for that. All right, a couple of things for you very quickly. I hope you're able to attend that. You're going to hear a lot more about it between now and then. You can vote by mail. And how do you do that? With an absentee ballot. And where do you get that? You can download it off the internet by going to waynevotes.com. Waynevotes.com. Download your absentee ballot by mail. This is coming straight to you from the Board of Elections office here in Goldsboro. And the Wayne County Board of Elections telephone number, if you have any questions at all, is 919-731-1411. 731-1411. And that sure makes it easy because it's very convenient for you to do it this way. Of course, there are certain safeguards. There are ways that protect your vote. So it's very easy for you to do. You save time, it's very convenient for you, and you also save gasoline. You don't have to get in your car and drive over to the polls. However, if you wanted to vote and you wanted to do so at your precinct, you're more than welcome to do that. Early voting begins soon. Well, it begins late October. Early voting will begin late October. And of course, the election is in early November. So hope you're ready for it. Do your homework, all right? What is that all about right there?
Wayne County will have some severe heat we had some severe heat over the weekend.
We have had it. Yeah.
And the best way to remember in the heat is remember the word heat. H is for hydrate, drink plenty of water. E is educate yourself. Mm-hmm. Check the temperatures, the heat index. When temperatures exceed 85 and the heat index reaches 90, you start taking protective action. A is act quickly, seek medical attention immediately. You can get cramps, rapid pulse, heavy sweating, hot red skin, dizziness, confusion, and vomiting. And take it easy. Avoid overexertion, take hourly breaks, and air condition, and stay out of the sun.
So H-E-A-T, right?
Yes.
Hydrate, drink water. E, educate yourself. Know what is the conditions are outside and what it's going to be like during the day. A is act quickly. If you feel yourself weakening, perhaps even where you're queasy, you may even throw up, you're nauseous. And T, take it easy. Now, Nick Petro is with us today. Man, I am so excited about this guy coming in and talking with us. He's National Weather Service meteorologist, and he's going to tell us all about this, about what you need to be doing if you have heat exhaustion and the difference between heat exhaustion and heat stroke. There's a big difference. So we want you to pay attention to that, okay? And I'm very excited about that. He's going to do a great job with us. Also, something called Code Red. I hope everyone's familiar with Code Red. Code Red is the emergency notification system. It's a high-volume, high-speed communication service available for mass emergency notifications in Wayne County. Now, Code Red is great. If there's a storm and you're a bit uneasy about it, Code Red can alert you as to when it's going to arrive and what's going to be happening, whether you're high winds or heavy rains or hail or all that. It's all in one in one message for you, and it just calls you on your phone and alerts you as to what's going on. Also on your text or your email or something like that. You'll know what's going on. So you can go to waynegov.com to download your Code Red weather warning. It's at the bottom of the home page. At the bottom of our home page, you go to waynegov.com and sign up for Code Red. If you want more information about that, you can call the Office of Emergency Services, and Mel or somebody there can help you with that. 919-731-1416. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Guess what? You think you've got talent? I bet you have.
You got talent?
No, I don't have any talent. If you think you've got talent, on Friday, October 7th, and I mention this now early so that you can prepare for it. It takes practice. You got to practice. At 7 o'clock at the Base Theater on base at Seymour Johnson, the doors will open at 6:30, and you get to perform. Military or civilian, everybody's invited to do this. Any active duty military category. The other category is civilian, 16 and older. Civilian category and military category. Categories include dance, voice, variety, instrumental, rap. Do you rap?
No.
I don't rap either. Somebody wants a gift, I just hand it to them. Anyway, groups with a maximum of 5 people. Dancers, comedians, comedian, okay. Spoken word and other novelty acts as well. Lots of categories, and I'm sure you would fit into one of those. Yes. Auditions are set for September 5th, 7th, and 8th. September 5th, 7th, and 8th between 6 and 8 p.m. at the Base Theater. Now, to register, here's what you do. If you're a civilian, here's how you register. If you're active military, here's how you register. You email or call Kyvonne Williams and her number. On base, she is at extension 8542. 8542 on base. You can email Kyvonne at Kyvonne is spelled Kaivone .Williams. Kaivone.Williams at us.af.mil. us.af.mil. And the evening of October 7th, everything kicks off at like 7 o'clock. Doors open at 6:30, but free admission. It won't cost you a thing to go and look at this. You think you've got talent? Show. Active duty military, civilian. There will be first, second, and third place winners awarded prizes. Okay. Are we ready to go to our break?
We're ready.
We're ready. All right, we're going to go to our next segment. We'll be back on Wayne Goldsboro Television. Our special guest today in the studio, we're very pleased to have from the National Weather Service, Mr. Nick Petro. And Nick, it's so good to have you with us.
Thanks so much for having me, Wayne. Appreciate
Thanks for being here. Now, what do you do for the National Weather Service?
My official position at the National Weather Service, I'm the Warning Coordination Meteorologist. So I serve as the liaison between National Weather Service products and services and all of our core partners. Core partners include emergency managers, law enforcement, first responders, the media, those with the mission similar to ours of public safety.
Public safety. We want to talk about this extreme heat we've been having here lately. Now, is this normal for July? Normally, July is the hottest month for us here in Wayne County.
Absolutely. Well, July and August are indeed our hot months. And really, temperatures in the mid-90s, even, upper 90s like we've had, that's not too far from normal. Normal, we just take the last 30 years and average that. And when you make the calculations, typically the high temperature would be in the low 90s. So just a few degrees above average or above normal, some would call it. So it's not particularly, I wouldn't describe this as a major heat wave that we've seen in the last few days or last week or so. But nevertheless, it's, temperatures this warm can cause impacts to people's lives and their ability to function, and can cause medical issues if folks don't take proper precautions.
How big an effect does the dew point, does the humidity have on us?
Well, certainly the humidity, when there is lots of it, makes it difficult for the body's natural cooling process to function. So in a real humid situation, the sweat on your skin, it has a harder time evaporating. And the evaporation of the sweat on your skin is the body's natural process to help cool the body.
Okay, now what is the correlation between dew point and humidity reading or rate?
Sure. Well, the dew point is a measure of basically how much moisture is in the air. So, when it's a temperature actually at which if the ambient air temperature matched the dew point, then the atmosphere would be completely saturated. It would be, wouldn't be able to hold any more moisture.
Right.
So basically it's a comparison between how warm it is, how much humidity is in the air, and how much humidity that warm atmosphere can hold. So the further those two numbers are apart, the lower the relative humidity. The closer those numbers are, the higher humidity.
And the further they are apart, the more comfortable we are.
Well, it's drier, yes.
It's
more
drier,
comfortable.
okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Less humidity and all that.
Yeah.
But what about the human body now? We can only take so much. So what happens when we overheat?
Well, then the body loses its ability to cool at that point, and people will begin to feel impacts like upset stomach, like weakness, faint, dizziness. Those are the things that folks need to be on watch for when they're doing activities outside during the middle of the day, during the hottest part of the day. And when I say the hottest part of the day, I'm talking 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. So now not to say that those impacts can't happen before 11 a.m. or after 4 p.m., but those are the most critical hours. So if you're outside, and you have to be outside, step number one for safety is try to avoid outside activities between 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. But if you have to, if your job depends on it, make sure you drink lots of water, especially before, during, and even after you're doing those activities. Take more frequent breaks. Look for shade. Take more breaks than you normally would. And again, if you start to feel those impacts, seek shelter immediately. And what I mean shelter, I mean get out of the sun. Get to an air-conditioned building where you can cool down. Okay, now
I know there's a difference between heat stress and heat stroke. What is the difference there?
Well, it's just taking that up to a higher level where your body begins to feel the more critical impacts that could potentially, have more life-threatening conditions when you go from the heat, when you get up to heat exhaustion, heat stroke. Then your body is beginning to really suffer.
So you're in real trouble when you get to that point.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. You certainly want to avoid getting to that point. You start feeling that dizziness from being overwhelmed by the heat. If you're sweating profusely, and you basically sometimes even quit sweating because your body's just overwhelmed. Those are the signs. Don't ignore those signs. If you don't feel right and you feel dizzy and you feel faint, and you're just overwhelmed by the heat, get out of the heat. Get some water, drink water, get shade.
So when you start feeling those symptoms right off the bat, just immediately react to that.
Take a break. Take a break. React. Don't try to push it. Don't try to push it. And if you can, again, try to do save those outdoor activities if you can to the hours before 11 a.m. and after 4 p.m.
Okay. Now, does age have anything to do with this? I know.
It can certainly.
So
the younger and the older are probably more susceptible with the body's ability to naturally fight off that heat and cool down.
So the trick is once you start feeling these symptoms, immedately react to them.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Let me ask you a couple of weather questions, if I would, since you're here. I mean,
sure.
After all, you're the weatherman. Here lately, for latter part of June, early July, we have had, thank goodness, a lot of rain rolling through, and we're an agricultural community, and we certainly need the rain here. But now there's a point that we reach that we're almost saturated with the rain. Here, Thursday night, we had a lot of rain coming in some major thunderstorms, a lot of wind with hail, and a lot of lightning as well. Now, this is not uncommon for this time of year.
Oh, not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
So we should just expect more of it?
I would expect that, any particular day could bring thunderstorms. Now, obviously if you look outside and it's clear, there's not a cloud in the sky and it's dry. If you feel it's really dry, if it's a dry day, the humidity's low, then naturally the risk for thunderstorms that day is low. The heat and the humidity are the two main ingredients for thunderstorm development. But those dry days are hard to get in the summertime, so it's just assume that there's going to be some storms around. It's not going to be a guarantee. But that's the first step in severe weather safety, is knowing that it's coming. So the best way to stay safe during severe weather, thunderstorm episodes and such, is to just know that it's possible. Because some days that thunderstorm coverage and the risk for severe thunderstorm impacts like severe wind or large hail or flooding, some days that risk is higher than others. So if you have a good understanding before you go out the door in the morning to go to your whatever you're doing during the day, check the forecast and look and see if there's an enhanced risk for thunderstorms or even severe thunderstorms.
Well, I am dedicated to the National Weather Service's website out of Raleigh, and I check it every hour, as a matter of fact. I do. But let me ask you, the impact of the rain and everything here in the Wayne County area, once we do get our ground is saturated, the more rain we get, we're more subject to flooding, aren't we?
Oh, absolutely. You know, and flooding, I think to that episode a few weeks ago back up in West Virginia where there was all the flash flooding and such. You know, in some cases, there's really, it's hard to avoid, or if you live in a complex terrain environment, you know, that happens. But you know, flooding and flash flooding and flooding fatalities can even happen in places around here where there's less, you know, terrain variation. Because every area, regardless of terrain, there has to be drainage systems.
That's right.
And when it rains real hard, and the drainage systems receive too much rain that then they can carry away in a short period of time, where's that water going to go? It's going to collect. It's going to collect in low spots. So, folks, even in relatively flat, low, without a whole lot of terrain, we still need to be careful for flooding.
Yeah.
Because all it takes is about 6 inches of water to sweep somebody off their feet, a few inches of water for somebody's car to stall. If it happens near a stream or creek, even in places like around here, there could still be, cars that get floated away or overcome. Most flash flooding deaths occur in automobiles because people just make the wrong choices. They drive through areas where water covers the road. When water covers the road, you don't know the condition of the road underneath. That road could be washed away and just hidden by floodwaters.
That's right.
Best advice, just if you see water covering the road, just turn around and pick another way.
Avoid that altogether. I'm reminded of Hurricane Floyd back in '99. The resulting flood was tragic. We did lose a life, and that's exactly how it happened. The lady was swept off the road, and she lost her life because of that. So it's turn around, don't drown.
Turn around, don't drown is our slogan.
That's
for that.
a slogan. And,
absolutely, yes.
Now let me ask you this as well. I'm just full of questions this morning.
Oh, please.
Okay. The National Weather Forecast, in fact, any weather forecast you see will have a percentage of rain.
Right.
Chance of rain, 20%, 50%, whatever.
Absolutely.
Now, explain that to me if you would, because I have had all kinds of theories told to me, but now is it that if there's a 50% chance of rain, that means 50% of a certain area will actually receive rain and the other half will not?
Well, weather and statistics go hand in hand.
Yes,
so, the great thing about weather is we've got incredible records of what has happened in the past.
Oh, yeah.
So we can compare what we see today in the weather pattern and compare it with past weather patterns and past what has actually occurred under those weather patterns.
Okay.
So by definition, when we say there's a 50% chance of rain, what that means is let's say the last 10 times the weather pattern matched what is current. So let's say we have a 50% chance of rain today. Okay. The last 10 times today's weather pattern that we're experiencing now occurred, 5 out of 10 of those times it rained. So we're just basically comparing today's weather pattern to the last times that weather pattern occurred and how many of those times it actually rained. So, but the really easy thing to remember, that's deep into the weeds of the science and the statistics. Yeah. The bottom line, the thing to remember is the higher the number, obviously, the better the chance it's going to rain.
Better the chance of rain, sure. I understand that.
But that's the official definition.
I got you. I understand that. Okay, I'll go back to my books and read again. Nick Petro is the Warning Coordination Meteorologist with the National Weather Service in Raleigh. And Nick, you don't know how much I appreciate you being with us today.
My pleasure, Wayne. Thank you so much for having me.
We'll have you back.
All right.
Good.
Thanks. Look forward.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we're back on Wayne Goldsboro Television on this Monday. It is Julie the 11th. Thought I'd switch it up a little bit there.
Yeah.
20L16. How about that?
There you go.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Hope everybody's enjoying the day so far. This program airs at 7 a.m. Monday through Friday. And then it repeats at noon, o'clock, and then again at 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. Hope you're able to join us and stick with us there. And thank you for doing so. Well, let's see now. We'll look over what makes special what is special about today, but I got to remind you that, of course, I mentioned early in the program that the 14th is the day that we all go out to the intersection of New Hope Road and Wayne Memorial Drive for the groundbreaking ceremony at 10 a.m. of the new Maxwell Regional Agricultural Conventions and Convention Center. Whew.
And farmers market.
And farmers market. Yeah, oh, that's exciting. It's going to be great. They start breaking ground here on that day. It's going to be a lot of people out there, and I hope you're able to attend. It's going to be a tremendous amount of fun.
Yes.
All right.
At 10 o'clock.
At 10 a.m. Oh, yeah. That same day, that evening, will be the walk in Mount Olive, the walk and roll series of the Go Wayne Go. Those folks will be joining together at the Steele Memorial Library at 6 p.m. There'll be a short 15-minute reading session at the library. You're at a library now. And then after that, they will walk for an hour around the University of Mount Olive, right? Good. Also, that same evening here in Goldsboro, Center Street Jam getting underway at 6 p.m. Center Street Jam at the John Street parking lot featuring the Band of Oz. I got to tell you, these guys have been together for a long time, and they are extremely talented. Whether you like beach music or not, in fact, you will like these guys. These guys really put on a great show. They are just fantastic, and I admire these fellows very much because, secondly, they're just really nice people. They really are. They care. They're local, and they just put on a great show. So, and it's all free. Hope you're able to go and attend. What's special about today?
What is special?
I'm glad you asked about what's special about today. First of all, it is Cheer Up the Lonely Day. So if you're lonely, happy. Whee! Okay, also, Day of the 5 billion. What does that mean? I don't know either. Okay. Also, International Town Criers Day. Now, people may not know what town criers are. Bria knows what a town crier is. But a town crier, years ago, before TV, radio, and all the electronic garbage out there, town criers would gather the news and stand in the middle of the town square and broadcast the news by yelling it. Town crier. They'd also tell you what time it was.
That makes sense.
It's 5 o'clock p.m. Do you know where your children are? No, he wouldn't say that. But he would say, he'd give the time, and they'd tell everybody what the news was, and any proclamations made by the king. This was mostly in England. Mostly. Anyway, it was a long time ago. It's Town Criers Day. Today is also Slurpee Day, or 7-Eleven's birthday, in fact. You know, 7-Eleven was an amazing business. Started in Texas, it was. And the name comes from the fact that they opened from 7 in the morning until 11 at night. Back then, nobody did that. Nobody was open until 11 o'clock at night. 5 or 6 o'clock, everybody went home. So they opened at 7 and stayed open until 11 p.m. Of course, since then, it's a 24-hour thing now we live in. We live in a world of 24-hour everything. You can actually go somewhere at 3 a.m. or 4 o'clock in the morning and you can't get a Slurpee now because there's no Slurpee. There's no 7-Elevens in North Carolina. They certainly cut back on them. Anyway, or not in Wayne County anyway. Today is, you know the Chick-fil-A cow.
Yes.
The Chick-fil-A cow. There's an a cappella singing group here in Wayne County. They do a novelty song that uses a cow. They use a Chick-fil-A cow, but I love Chick-fil-A. You like Chick-fil-A? I love Chick-fil-A. Yes, indeed. I talked to Russell here a while back, and man, has he got a good business going. I love Chick-fil-A. Anyway, let's take a look at today's trivia question. Now, today is kind of a weather information sort of day. We had Nick Petro on earlier, so here's today's trivia question. Generally speaking, and I mean in general terms now, it is known that when the temperature or the dew point are within 3 degrees of each other, what is the result of that? The dew point and the temperature are within 3 degrees, you often will have what condition? Now, a lot of people know this because it's one of my favorite things to mention when we're talking about weather. So what do we have? What condition do we have when the temperature and the dew point is the degree at which the air is saturated, if that is any help. In fact, that would be a good clue. So the dew point is the temperature of the air when the air is saturated with moisture. So what do you have when they're 3 degrees within each other? All right, that's that. Think about a trivia question. We're going to go to our next segment, and we'll be back on Wayne Goldsboro Television. Today we're here at the courthouse with Wayne County Animal Advocate Beth Edwards. And Beth, how you doing?
I'm well, and you?
Doing fine. Appreciate you talking with us this morning.
Well, thank you for having us.
And we just got word that Krista couldn't be with us. Where's Krista?
Krista fell and broke her ankle and then fractured her other foot.
Oh,
so
good grief.
She's immobile.
So if you're going to break it, make sure you do it all right.
Absolutely.
You know, just go all the way.
Absolutely.
Well, we're thinking of Krista. Hope she gets along okay.
Yes, we do too.
All right, now who's our friend here?
This is Duchovny. He's about a year-old boxer mix who's not had a great start in life. He was at the shelter, and he was adopted.
Good.
He ended up getting shot somehow.
Good Lord.
And brought back to the shelter, and the Wayne County Humane Society paid for his surgery.
Okay.
And then he was returned to the adopters, and for whatever reason, they returned him back to the shelter. So he's back there again, waiting to be adopted.
Well, that's a shame. Now, Duchovny's got a little spunk.
Yes, he does. He's the playful dog.
He's very playful. Still, I can see how Duchovny would be good with kids.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah. Look,
yes.
look at those. Look at that. He's very alert.
Mm-hmm. He's interested in everything that goes on.
Yes. Duchovny, get that bug over there. Now, it's
He tried to get a squirrel earlier out of the tree.
So if you have a problem with squirrels, ladies and gentlemen, here's Duchovny. All right. But about a year old, you say?
Yes, sir.
And Duchovny is very alert and very about a year old, and strong, and
Yes.
would probably, I'm guessing, would make being as alert as he is, would make a good guard dog.
Probably.
I'm just guessing at
Yeah,
that.
I would think so.
Okay.
I mean, he wants to know everything that's going on. He's keeping his eye on everything now.
And I thought he was going to slobber me to death there a moment ago,
Yeah.
but he's a very loving dog.
Yes, he is, and he really seems to like men, especially.
Yeah. Well, there you go. So if you need a good companion, here you go. Everybody needs a good companion. So here's Duchovny, and Duchovny is available at the Wayne Animal Adoption and Education Center, and that's at 1600 Clingman Street. That's at 919-731-1439. Right.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
you
That's
got
right.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's right. I knew that. Yeah, I knew that. Okay. So we'll ask everybody if they're interested in Duchovny to head on over there. All right. Thanks a lot, Beth.
Thank you.
We're with Rebecca Edmondson of the Wayne County Animal Advocates here, and who's our friend here, Rebecca?
This is Emerald.
Emerald, a long-hair gray thing.
She is actually a domestic medium-haired calico cat.
That's what I was going to say.
She is about 2 years old, and she's a very sweet, loving girl. She was a stray and was turned into the shelter, and she gets along with dogs very well.
Does she?
She's extremely friendly and probably the best cat I've ever had.
Is that right? Well, she seems like she just wants to get out and explore everything.
Yes, she
Right?
adores outside.
All right, she adores outside. Okay, so she's available at the Animal Adoption and Education Center. We want to encourage everybody to spay and neuter. Tell me about that.
Well, it's better to spay and neuter the animals, so eliminate all the animals in the shelter. So going to the shelter would be an awesome idea, and spaying and neuter is even better.
All right, now if somebody wanted to adopt our friend Emerald here, hey Emerald girl, oh she's purring.
Yes.
She likes this. All right, I purr too when somebody scratches behind my ears. Now, this make a great companion.
Yes.
Everybody needs a good companion. So how would somebody take advantage of this opportunity to add a member to their family here?
You would go to the animal shelter, and you would ask to go see the cats, and just looking around. And if you really want Emerald, you'd go to the shelter and ask for Emerald.
Say, I want to see Emerald?
Well, there's a lot of other cats there.
I know there's a whole ton of cats out there. So what we want to do is make sure Emerald gets a home, and if you want, you can take as many as you like, providing you've got a place for them. You can't just take them all, because you're very particular about who gets these pets. Make sure that they have a good home.
Definitely.
It's at 1600 Clingman Street, the Wayne County Animal Adoption and Education Center, at 919-731-1439. And they're open from noon until whatever time they close, and they're waiting for you to come adopt your latest family member. Rebecca Edmondson, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Bye, Emerald. She didn't understand a word I said. Thank you. We're back on Wayne Goldsboro Television. Thanks for being with us. Today, we're at the corner of Walnut and William Street. We're here at the Veterans Memorial Park. And this is operated by some mighty fine folks here in Wayne County. And one of those organizations that helps take care of this park and keep it up and running is the Wayne County Veterans and Patriots Coalition. We appreciate those folks very much. That's kind of an umbrella group. They help to get the word out about all of the veteran service organizations here in Wayne County. If you're a veteran and if you're new to the area, check out the Veteran Services Office. That's at 2001D East Ash Street. Right? All right. Goldsboro Parks and Recreation Department, man, are they busy. They got so much stuff going on. You can go to their website, Goldsboro Parks and Rec, A-N-D-R-E-C, GoldsboroParksandRec.com. They've got so many things going on. They've got something for youth, for adults, for seniors, for special populations. They have a listing of recreation center activities, of all kinds of events. Of course, there's a whole page dedicated to the Goldsboro Municipal Golf Course, and even a map to show you where all the Goldsboro Parks and Recreation facilities are located. If you have any questions, you can call these fine folks over at 919-739-7480. 739-7480. 7480, right?
Yes.
All right. So, what about today's trivia question? The question was weather related. The question was, when the temperature, the ambient temperature, air temperature, is within 3 degrees of the temperature of the dew point, what condition do you or could you have? Most likely you'll have this condition. The bird knows the answer. What is the answer? The answer is you have fog. When the dew point, which is the amount of moisture that's in the air, is read in temperatures, when the dew point is within 3 degrees of your current air temperature, you most likely will have fog. There you go. Okay?
Okay.
Very good. Now let's see what else is coming up. Oh man, we had Sherry Archibald on the other day, and she told us all about the upcoming series. You know, the Paramount Theater is doing a little work right now to only make it better. They're putting some new things up in the ceiling there, but when it reopens, they have got a schedule that will just knock your socks off, including August 12th. There is a big event to bring attention to the mental health situation here in Wayne County. But that's going to be a big event. It's Carol Bowden out at the radio station is helping to put that on with a lot of other people as well. So you're going to be hearing a lot more about that coming up soon. That's on August 12th, so be ready for that. The series will include entertainer Nina Freeland, the North Carolina Symphony, which I love that. The North Carolina Symphony comes twice a year. And in the autumn, their holiday Pops concert just before Thanksgiving kind of kicks off the holiday season here in Wayne County. Anyway, that's a holiday Pops concert coming to, that'll be November 22nd. I love the movies. They're only $5. Movies, such movies as, and this is not your typical, nothing movie. Who cares about them? But this movies like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. This is E.T., Phone Home E.T. This is Gone with the Wind, one of my favorites. Okay, also It's a Wonderful Life will be shown. Gandhi, Indiana Jones, Spaceballs, and another one of my favorites from 1942, Casablanca. 1942, Casablanca, Humphrey Bogart. Yeah, Sweetheart, that's right, sweet. You know who that is? You ever heard of Humphrey Bogart? Sweetheart? All right, anyway, one of my heroes. Talks like that because rumor had it and story had it that he got kicked in the mouth when he was in the Army, got kicked in the mouth by an Army mule. So he talked funny. No, he didn't really. He was just a fantastic actor. Yeah, sweetheart. Okay, the Peggy Seeger Senior Center on East Ash Street is hosting the Deaf and Hard of Hearing Support Group. They meet every month on the third Saturday of each month at the Senior Center. The next meeting will be held and conducted by the North Carolina Division on Services for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing, and that will be July 16th at 11:30.
This Saturday.
That is, isn't it? That is this Saturday at the Senior Center beginning at 11:30. The time is just going by so quickly, I cannot keep up with it. Yeah, see? Ethel Barnes, well, no, that was yesterday. No, that's July 11th. Let's see here.
That's today.
That's today. Ethel Barnes today is going to be at the Senior Center. She's a public affairs specialist for the Social Security Administration. She's going to hold office hours from 10 until 1 p.m. at the Senior Center. She will be available to meet with seniors and address any questions or concerns relating to Social Security. Appointments are not necessary. Walk-ins are welcome. Ms. Barnes will see seniors on a first-come, first-served basis, so she'll be there from 10 to 1 today. Free blood pressure checks on the first and third Tuesday of each month at the Senior Center from noon until 1 p.m. So you only have an hour there. 3HC available and Gentiva available. Now Gentiva, 3HC is already gone, but the Gentiva will be there on July 19th to check your blood pressure. This is a free blood pressure check, and it's for those 60 and above at the Senior Center. Free blood pressure checks on July 19th by Gentiva. It's free. For more information, call Paula. And Paula's our friend she's the director out there and doing a great job at 919-705-1785, 705-1785. Woo! It's been hot. It's been hot. Last week we had not only the high heat, we had the bad storms, the lots of hail and lightning, tremendous amount of lightning.
And wind.
And wind. And Wayne County lost a lot of trees. I think you had one at your house that was blown down last week. So anyway, this is that time of the year. And as you heard Nick Petro say a little earlier in the program, this is what July is all about. You can expect it to happen. Thunderstorms, so just kind of keep on the lookout. Follow what your body is trying to tell you. When your body says, I don't feel good right now, I need to sit down, sit down. And just like the HEAT, the last one, T, take it easy. Don't overdo it. Wear a hat when you then take regular breaks. Drink lots of water before, during, and after you go outdoors. And that's going to wrap it up for us today, okay? We're going to do this again tomorrow. Tomorrow being whatever the day is that comes after whatever today is.
It will be Tuesday, July the 12th.
Today is Monday, isn't it? Yeah. Tomorrow's July the 12th, so we'll be right here beginning at 7. We'll do it again at noon, then again at 5:30 p.m. Have a great day and enjoy this time of year. Until then, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Pat Garner.
And this is Wayne Gold.